Hello, everyone. Welcome back to PodEnglish Stories. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Hey, everyone.
Before we start today's episode, if you're new here, welcome. We teach English through natural conversations.
And if you've been with us for a while, you know we always bring you practical, useful lessons.
So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. We post new English lessons every week.
And turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Leo, you seem different today. Is everything okay?
To be honest, Maya, no. Everything is not okay.
What's wrong? Talk to me.
I'm thinking about quitting English. Completely.
What? Leo, why would you say that?
Because I'm stuck, Maya. Completely stuck. I've been studying for months and months, and I feel like I haven't improved at all.
Tell me more. What exactly are you feeling?
It's like I hit a wall and I can't move forward no matter how hard I try. In the beginning, everything was amazing. I was learning so fast.
And now?
Now? Nothing. I study for hours every day. I watch videos, I read articles, I practice, but I feel exactly the same as I did 3 months ago. It's like my brain just stopped learning.
Leo, listen to me very carefully. You're not failing, you're not stupid, and your brain definitely hasn't stopped learning.
Then why do I feel this way? Why does it feel like I'm going nowhere?
Because you're experiencing something that every single language learner in the world goes through. It's called the Intermediate Plateau.
The what?
The Intermediate Plateau. It's that frustrating phase where you feel like you're not making any progress anymore. And guess what? It's completely normal and scientifically explainable.
Wait, there's actual science behind this feeling?
Absolutely. Today's episode is going to be a masterclass. We're going to dive deep into linguistics, psychology, and neuroscience to understand exactly why you feel stuck and, more importantly, how to break through.
Really? So I'm not just bad at English?
No, you're at a very specific, very normal stage of language learning that has been studied by researchers for decades.
Okay, everyone, if you've ever felt stuck in your English learning journey, if you've ever wanted to quit because you feel like you're not improving, this video is for you.
This is going to be one of the most important lessons we've ever done. So please, right now, hit that like button. It helps us reach more English learners who need to hear this message.
Seriously, if you're feeling frustrated with your English, you're going to want to save this video and watch it again later.
And leave a comment right now telling us, are you experiencing the intermediate plateau? Do you feel stuck? We want to hear your stories.
All right, Maya, I'm ready. Please explain to me why my brain hates me.
Your brain doesn't hate you. Let's start with the first scientific concept that will blow your mind: the vocabulary wall and something called Zipf's law.
Zipf's law? Who is Zipf? And why does he have a law?
George Zipf was a linguist in the 1930s who discovered something absolutely fascinating about language. He found that in any language, a very small number of words are used extremely frequently, while most words are used very, very rarely.
Okay, what does that mean for me and my English?
Here's the mind-blowing part. In English, the most common 100 words make up about 50% of all spoken language. The most common 1,000 words make up about 80%.
Wait, seriously? Just 1,000 words cover 80% of everything people say?
Yes, that's why in the beginning of your English journey, you learned so incredibly fast. You were learning those super common words like the, is, have, go, want, need, good, bad.
Oh, so every new word I learned appeared everywhere in conversations and videos.
Exactly. Every day you could understand more and more because you were learning the most frequently used words. It felt amazing, right?
Yes, I felt like a genius, like I was naturally talented at languages.
But here's where the plateau happens. After you know those first 1,000 most common words, you've already covered 80% of everyday language.
But that sounds good. Why do I still feel like I don't understand everything?
Because that remaining 20% requires thousands and thousands of less common words. Words like resilient, insightful, contemplate, ambiguous, deteriorate.
Oh no. So I need to learn way, way more words just to get that last 20%.
Exactly. And those words don't appear nearly as often, so your progress feels much, much slower. You might study for a whole week and only encounter a new word once or twice.
That's so unfair. So learning actually gets harder the more I know?
It's not harder, it's just different. And here's the important solution. You can't just rely on general English anymore. You need to specialize.
Specialize? What do you mean by that?
Choose specific topics you're genuinely interested in. If you love psychology, read psychology articles and watch psychology videos. If you love cooking, watch cooking shows and read recipes. If you love history, listen to history podcasts.
Oh, so instead of trying to learn every single English word that exists, I focus on learning the vocabulary for things I actually care about and that I'll actually use.
Exactly. This way, you're not just learning random words from a list, you're building deep vocabulary in areas that actually matter to you and that you'll actually use.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, what's the next scientific concept?
All right, this next one might scare you a little bit, but stay with me. It's called the forgetting curve.
The forgetting curve? That sounds really ominous.
In the 1880s, a German psychologist named Hermann Ebbinghaus conducted experiments on human memory. He discovered something really shocking about how our brains work.
What did he discover? I'm scared to know.
He discovered that the human brain forgets about 60% of new information within the first 24 hours if that information is not reviewed or used.
What? 60% in just one day? So everything I study is basically disappearing from my brain overnight?
Hold on, don't panic. Yes, this happens naturally, but there's a very powerful solution.
Tell me quickly, I don't want to lose everything I've worked so hard to learn.
Teaching. The solution is called spaced repetition, and this is honestly one of the most powerful learning techniques ever discovered by science.
Spaced repetition. How does it work?
Instead of studying something once and hoping you remember it forever, you review it at very specific intervals. First after 1 day, then after 3 days, then after 1 week, then after 2 weeks, then after 1 month.
So I keep coming back to the same information multiple times?
Yes, but here's the absolute magic of this technique. You review the information right when you're about to forget it. This forces your brain to work harder to recall the information, which makes the memory connection much, much stronger.
Oh, so each time I successfully remember something I was about to forget, it gets more and more permanent in my brain?
Exactly. After about 5 or 6 spaced repetitions, that information moves from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. It becomes permanent. You'll remember it for years, maybe even forever.
Incredible. So I just need to be more strategic and intentional about when I review things.
Yes. And the good news is there are even apps that do this automatically for you, like Anki or Quizlet. They use algorithms to calculate the perfect time for you to review each word or concept.
Everyone, if you're learning something valuable right now, please hit that like button. This scientific information is going to change how you study.
Yes, and comment below telling us, do you use spaced repetition? Or have you been studying things just once and wondering why you forget them?
Okay, I'm definitely going to start using spaced repetition today. What's the next concept?
This next concept is really, really important, and it might explain why you keep making the same grammar mistakes over and over again. It's called fossilization.
Fossilization? Like dinosaur fossils? What does that have to do with English?
In language learning, fossilization happens when learners make mistakes, but people still understand what they mean. Those mistakes never get corrected by other people.
Oh, so because people understand what I'm trying to say, nobody tells me I'm wrong and my brain thinks the incorrect form is actually correct?
Exactly. Your brain creates a permanent neural pathway for that incorrect form, and the more you use it, the stronger and more automatic that pathway becomes.
That's terrible. How do I fix it? Can I fix it?
Yes, you can. And this brings us to another incredibly important concept from a Canadian linguist named Swain. It's called the output hypothesis.
Output hypothesis. What's that?
Swain discovered that just listening and reading, what we call input, isn't enough to become truly fluent. You also absolutely need output, speaking and writing.
But I thought listening and reading were the most important things for learning English.
They're very important for building vocabulary and understanding, but here's why output is crucial for accuracy. When you try to speak or write, you notice gaps in your knowledge. You realize, oh, wait, I don't know how to say this, or, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, so output forces me to notice my own mistakes and the things I don't know yet?
Exactly. And when you notice your mistakes, your brain can actually correct them. This is how you prevent fossilization from happening.
So I need to speak more and write more even if I make mistakes because that's how I'll discover what I need to fix.
Yes, and ideally get feedback from a teacher or language partner who can correct you. Every time you try to produce language and struggle, your brain is actually learning and building new correct pathways.
Okay, so I need to stop being afraid of making mistakes and just speak more.
Exactly. The struggle, the mistakes, the corrections, that's where the real learning happens.
Everyone, we're about halfway through this episode and we've already covered so much science. If you're still watching, you're serious about improving your English.
Yes, and if this video is helping you understand why you feel stuck, please share it with other English learners. They need to hear this too.
And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We have so many more lessons coming.
All right, let's continue. Leo, tell me honestly, how are you feeling right now?
You know what, Maya? All of this science makes perfect sense, and I understand everything you're explaining, but I have to be completely honest about something.
What is it? Tell me.
You know what? Even knowing all of this scientific information, I still feel unmotivated. Like, I understand the science now, but I just don't have the energy or desire to keep going. I feel tired.
That's completely normal, Leo, and there's science for that too. Let's talk about motivation and something called the ideal L2 self.
Ideal L2 self. What does L2 mean?
L2 means second language, so in your case, English is your L2. A researcher named Zoltan Dornier discovered that the most successful language learners have a very clear, vivid vision of their future self speaking that language.
A vision of my future self? Like imagining the future?
Yes, and this is really powerful. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. I want you to imagine your future self speaking perfect, fluent English. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Be very specific.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes now. I'm in a coffee shop in London. It's raining outside, and I'm sitting by the window with a warm cup of coffee. I'm having a deep conversation with someone about movies and life, and I'm speaking confidently, naturally, without translating in my head. I'm even making jokes in English, and the other person is laughing.
How does that feel? How does that version of you feel?
It feels amazing. It feels free. Like I can finally express myself completely, express my personality, my humor, my thoughts, everything.
That feeling right there, that's your ideal L2 self. And research shows that the more vividly and regularly you can imagine that future version of yourself, the more motivated you'll be to keep learning, even when it's difficult.
So it's not about passing exams or getting jobs or impressing people.
Those are external motivations, and research shows they're temporary and weak. But your ideal self, that's internal motivation, and it's much, much more powerful and lasting.
I really want to be that person in the coffee shop in London.
You will be. And here's one more concept that will help you get there: the growth mindset.
Growth mindset? I think I've heard of that before.
Psychologist Carol Dweck discovered that people have two types of mindsets. A fixed mindset believes that ability is something you're born with. You either have it or you don't. A growth mindset believes that ability can be developed through effort, practice, and learning.
So if I have a fixed mindset, I think I'm just not good at languages, I'll never be fluent.
Exactly. But if you have a growth mindset, you think, I'm not good at this yet, but I can improve with consistent practice and the right strategies.
So every mistake I make isn't a sign that I'm bad at English or that I'll never improve. It's just evidence that my brain is growing and learning.
Yes, mistakes are literally your brain making new neural connections. They're not failures or signs of inability. They're actually progress.
Maya, this is completely changing everything for me. I came into this recording session ready to quit English forever, and now I feel completely different.
That's because you understand now. You're not stuck because you're bad at English or because you don't have talent. You're at a natural, scientifically predictable stage of language learning.
Let me summarize everything I learned today. This is so important.
Go ahead, summarize it all.
First, I learned about Zipf's law and the vocabulary wall. My progress slowed down because I already know the most common 1,000 words, and now I need to specialize in specific topics I care about instead of trying to learn every word in English.
Perfect.
Continuing, second, I learned about the forgetting curve and spaced repetition. My brain naturally forgets 60% of new information in 24 hours, but I can fight this by reviewing information at specific intervals to make it permanent in my long-term memory.
Excellent.
Continuing, third, I learned about fossilization and the output hypothesis. I need to speak and write more, not just listen and read, so I can notice my mistakes and correct them before they become permanent.
You got it.
Finishing, finally, I learned about the ideal L2 self and growth mindset. I need to regularly visualize my future fluent self to stay motivated, and I need to remember that mistakes aren't failures, they're just my brain growing.
Leo, that was an absolutely perfect summary.
I feel like a completely different person than I was at the beginning of this episode. I came here defeated, and now I feel empowered.
That's because you understand now. You're not stuck because you're bad at English or because you don't have talent. You're at a natural, scientifically predictable stage of language learning.
Everyone, the intermediate plateau isn't something to fear or be ashamed of. It's just a natural resting point before you climb to the next level.
Exactly. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You reach a plateau where the path is flat for a while, but that doesn't mean you've stopped moving forward or that you'll never reach the summit.
And now I have all the scientific tools and strategies I need to keep climbing.
All right, everyone, we have a very important question for you, and we really want you to participate.
Yes, we want you to do the ideal L2 self-exercise right now.
In the comments below, describe your ideal future self speaking fluent English. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Be very specific.
Be very specific and detailed. The more vividly you can imagine it and write it down, the more motivated you'll be every single day.
We'll read every single comment and reply to as many as we can. We want to know your dreams and goals.
And if this video helped you understand why you feel stuck and gave you hope, please hit that like button one more time.
Share this video with other English learners who feel frustrated. They need to hear this message too.
Subscribe to our channel if you want more science-based, practical English lessons.
Remember, the plateau is temporary, but your progress is permanent.
Every single day you practice, even if you don't see immediate results, your brain is building those neural pathways. The work is never wasted.
Trust the process, trust the science, and most importantly, trust yourself and your ability to grow.
Thank you so much for watching this episode, everyone. This was a really special one for me personally.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We post new English lessons every single week.
Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Like this video if it changed your perspective on language learning.
You know what, Maya? I came to this recording session ready to quit English forever, and now I'm more motivated than I've been in months.
That's exactly what happens when you understand the science behind learning. Knowledge removes fear and replaces it with strategy.
If you're feeling stuck right now, please remember, it's not you, it's just science. And now you know exactly how to work with your brain, not against it.
Keep learning, keep growing, keep practicing, and keep believing in your ideal L2 self. That future version of you speaking fluent English.
We'll see you in the next episode of PodEnglish Stories.
Until then, keep practicing every single day.
And remember, the plateau is not the end, it's just the middle of your journey.
You're not stuck. You're just resting before the next climb.
Happy learning, everyone.
Bye!
See you next time.